Hello reality show world fans and welcome to today's review of the fourth series in the UK version of Race Across the World. Last night, which was the 29th of May 2022, BBC One aired the final episode of the race side of the Race Across the World and the final episode of the series, which is the reunion episode. So, the first thing we're going to talk about is the thing I want to change, the thing that I want to improve about Race Across the World. One thing and one thing only. By episode 4 in this series particularly, the race was getting underway, and by this point you are sort of getting interested in who your favourite pairing is. And it makes no sense because, let's name a reality show, Hunted. They get captured, they're out, right? And if no one gets captured, they're all in. But with this, it's like, right, we've got all these couples, parents, shall we say, and by episode 4, the last pair to make it to the checkpoint is out, but then no one else gets eliminated at any other point in the program. There's 8 episodes and 7 episodes of the actual race, or is it 9? No, sorry, there's 9 episodes. There's 9 episodes, and there's 8 legs of the race, and the 9th is a reunion special. So you only see the pair, all of them, in episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9, and so by the time it gets to the reunion, which in Series 4 in a better reunion episode than Series 3, because you learn more of the behind the scenes of how the show's filmed. It means that, how do I word this correctly? It means that they who might have become your favourite pairing might not get to talk as much in the reunion episode because they didn't do as much. They wouldn't know who's won, which is what was the case in this one. And sometimes in Series 2 you would forget who they were. It wouldn't be that memorable. And obviously I've seen over the last day, because obviously they were promoting the final, the couple that went out in the 4th episode weren't there to promote the final with them. Weren't there to promote the show. Which I think that if you have to eliminate anyone, wait until episode 5 or 6. Give them enough chance. Because they weren't even on screen for that much. Anyway, the couple that went. And I think that that's what sort of halts the format. That's my only thing I would say. Because I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think the eliminated a pair in the celebrity version. And that worked really well. So I think if you don't have to eliminate someone, don't. But if you have to, wait till episode 5 or 6. Not episode 4, that's too soon. So, I think that my thoughts on this series was, it's the best series yet. I was watching the celebrity version last year when it was airing, and I was like, come on, yeah, yeah. And I was disappointed that my team that I wanted to win didn't win. But I was like, ah! And this series, I was like invested in it as well. I was like, yes! Yes! I was like really over the moon that the team I wanted to win in the end. So I had a team I wanted to win throughout, but then they got knocked out in episode 4, and then I thought, well, who do I want to win now? And I couldn't decide. And then in the last episode I thought, yes, I do know who I want to win. And the winners that won, I'm not going to name the winners just in case you haven't seen the series yet. The winners that won were justified. What I mean by that is that they deserved to win. And even all the other races believed that. And in the reunion episode, they were talking about how believable that is, that they deserved that opportunity to win. And they deserved to win. I think the series as a whole was interesting because they're going to a lot of countries like Japan, Thailand, Bali, I think it was Vietnam, if I'm not mistaken, because that's where Pyongyang is, I think. I could be wrong, I'm not very great at geography, which is no surprise to anyone. And so I think that's what made this more interesting, because it's not just, oh, here's a load of countries, here's a load of countries that not many people speak English. Let's see how technology plays a part, not from the races don't have the technology, it's the people that work there, like they get the translate apps and all this, that, the other, and it's fascinating, because you wouldn't, if you went to Japan, Bali, Thailand, Vietnam, to name a few, on your own, you'd probably do all the touristy things and villas and all these fancy posh places and posh things to do. But when you think about it in hindsight, whilst watching the race, you don't think about going to see a local family that are growing, I don't know, tea, for instance. I know that's in China, but it's the first example I can think of. And you wouldn't have thought to go, yes, I will do that. You wouldn't have thought to go, if you pay me like £4.50, right, or whatever the equivalent is of £4.50, a single amount, I'll have to come out, or I'll help for free. The free bed and board, and I don't think you sort of think about that, and that's what the race does really well, because it makes you see the world from other angles you wouldn't have thought to see, and it makes you learn. I mean, a lot of people probably already know you don't have to take a plane everywhere, and I think that other than taxis, if someone was saying, but race across the world environmentally friendly, well, other than taxis that aren't electric and buses, probably trains, I'm not too sure. I would say it probably is. If you were worried about that and you wanted to watch it, then I would say it is. You sort of, with this series anyway, you sort of feel the sense of excitement, because they've got rid of the previously, so they just start straight in, which is what Apprentice should do. And they've gone, right, here's the story, here's the beats, here you go, bang, and it's incredible. This is also the record rating series according to the BBC. So I don't think, well, has been renewed for a 5th series. My favourite pairing has got to be, I think it's Bridie and her mother were my favourite pairing for the first 4 episodes before they got eliminated. And then I think for episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8, I think it will be the, and I don't remember the names, I do apologise, but I think that the people that end up winning, which I won't name because I don't want to name the winners, just in case you haven't seen it, and I don't want to be a giant spoiler. I'll be a bit of a spoiler, but I don't want to be a giant spoiler. I think the winners became my favourite pairing after episode 4, because they were determined, they were deserving, and they went through hardship. Because in their backstory, when they were... here's something I wanted to explain before I go any further. MasterChef Australia is a good example for what I'm about to say. So I'm cooking oysters, right? I've got 5 minutes left. Come on. And then it cuts to an interview, right? The interview bit where they're talking, and he goes, and I only had 5 minutes left, so I had to cook this oyster. And it cuts past them, and now I'm going to lose. They went, and I thought I was going to lose. I went, oh no, I'm going to lose. And they repeat what they've just said. That, to me, is the worst trait in Australian version of MasterChef. Now, with Race Across the World, which is why we're mentioning it, is what they do right is that every time they cut to the interview, which is a talking head, which is what this is, they cut to it, and what makes it fascinating is that they're not commenting on what's actually happening at that moment in time in the actual race. What they're doing is they're discussing what they're going to do. It's all, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we are going to do this, we are going to do that. It's not, none of it's like, we did this, we did that, bad ways, we're going to do this, I think we're going to be really good at this. I think their trait's not as great as that trait, and I think that's what made this more insightful, enhanceful, and it adds to it. I know that happens in all the series, and John Hannah, as always, was incredible. I think changing the way the maps laid out helped in the end. I was a little bit like, no, don't change the map. Don't change the map graphic, no. And then I got really into the map graphic and thought that map graphics amazing. I do think that it's interesting when you need to go to a country and then the production team says, no, sorry, you can't go. And they have to fire you to plane before the race can continue. I like that. I think it's an interesting addition because it's never in the production team's control. But in previous series, they mentioned why this has happened, so I'm a little bit confused why it happened in this series without a even decent explanation. So overall, I think the Race Across the World Series 4 is absolutely incredible. My favourite country they went to has got to be, I think it had to be Japan, because I think it's interesting to see Japan culture from I've got to do this, I need to do this, and to learn how, because I know for a fact that the Japanese are very friendly people. I've seen that firsthand, seen that from this point of view as these people are having a race. That's an easier concept to explain, rather than saying I'm being hunted down by a load of hunters, I'm on the run. That's easier. It's much easier to explain that you're in a race for a TV program called Race Across the World, rather than you're being hunted down by a load of ex-military, ex-SAA people for a program where I'm being chased. It's a lot more easier to explain Race Across the World than it is to do a bastard to a stranger that you need the help of. So I think it just works really well, and I like the idea at the very end of the series where they drop off the bag, where they decide if they decide to or decide not to drop off the bags so that they can run faster. I think that just adds to the jeopardy of the series. I quite like the check-in book, and I hope that the couples, the parents get to choose who gets to take home the book, so they've got that souvenir. I think that would be a very amazing souvenir. It's like if you had the This Is Your Life Red Book. So overall, I would give this series a 10 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. Time to out. Bye. Hopefully it was very insightful